That's the other thing we've not been able to do in 2 years, is go into facilities and do live hands-on work as a class. I know they're all doing that individually in the facilities. And then the school provides a teacher, the mannequins, the lab in here that has several mannequins and equipment, classroom. And so it's kind of a partner. I used to be the director of nurses at a facility. I sent 760 some students through this program. So then when I wanted to be something different when I grew up, they didn't have a teacher, so I decided to come keep this program going. So if you know anyone that would like to use the CNA class as a stepping stone or become a CNA, the 6 nursing homes, the 2 in Etowah, so it's Star in Etowah Healthcare. 1 here in Athens is Life Care. Decatur Healthcare belongs to this group. Bradley Healthcare in Cleveland, and Wood Village. And so right here we have people represented by 3 facilities. We lost one that got sick, and we were going to try to help her make up her hours, and she was still sick and she couldn't come back. It's going to have to come in January. And then 2 of the facilities did not have anyone in this time. Now sometimes some facilities ask for seats. You know, sometimes they don't have any applicants, they don't have any applications for some reason. And so sometimes a facility might send 4 or 5 people. There's room for each facility to send 3 people each time. You know, that's how, because the teacher's not allowed to teach too many people at the same time. That's a state regulation. So, infection control, communication, anatomy and physiology, federal and state regulations, nursing home regulations. 20 some skills. It was 27. I used to say 27 every graduation. They've consolidated a few of them, so it's more like 24-ish. When they go to state boards, they have to take a written exam similar to what they've taken here. And then they have to demonstrate 5 skills. And they don't know what they are. To simulate that, we use those med pans back there on that table with the skills out of a little piece of paper, and they drew out their skills to practice. Because if I just let them pick them, or if I picked them and they had time to look them over, it wouldn't be quite the same. So to simulate the computer drawing, kind of like the lottery. All of them have an idea of what they would like to get. I told them not to get too comfortable with that, because Murphy's Law is probably going to give them the ones they don't want to get. So they need to be thinking of a mixture here. That's kind of the stressful part of this program. Nurses do not have to perform skills. Doctors, unless they're doing board certification, though. Dentists do. Dentists perform their skills for state boards and CNAs. So when people say, you're just a CNA, you're going to say, you know what? My state boards, I did not only take a written test and pass it, but I had to successfully pass 5 skills for the state of Tennessee. And not knowing what they are until you get there. And now we don't even have the tests available. So that's what they've been doing. That's why they've been have a family or some kind of responsibilities besides school studies. And so it's always a juggling act. The reason we cannot go into facilities yet is because we all are working in facilities. And if there's an outbreak in one facility, they really don't. You know, in the past when it was the flu, if they had a lot of people in a facility with the flu, they somewhere else. But now with the regulations involving fun virus we've been dealing with, if there's an outbreak in life care for us to come back and work, you know, so it's juggling the work life and the school life. So we've just stayed here to practice on Connie and a few other mannequins that we have in there, and each other. So what they've been doing is learning how to do stuff for other people that they this age learn to do for themselves. Just we call them ADLs, our activities of daily living, what everybody got up and did this morning for yourself. You brushed your teeth and combed your hair and washed your face and toileted and ate breakfast and walked. And we have people in nursing homes that are in various stages. Some of them need total care for all of that. Some of them need just a little bit of help or reminders or just setup assistance, we call it. And so I'm really proud because even the people that had never done anything for anyone else in their life except themselves, they did stuff for other people, and they're even doing that in the workplace. So that's always exciting. And they're doing it well. So, at this time, I'm going to have Melissa come and share a poem that's meaningful to her. And she is sponsored by Bradley Healthcare.
I just have a small little poem that kind of stood out to me, and read it. It says, CNA prayer. It says, let me dedicate my life today to the care of others who came into my way. Let me touch each one with healing hands and gentle art for which I stand. And at the end of the day, when I lay down to rest, I hope that I helped somebody and I did my best.
So when you spend 100 hours with people, you get to know stuff about them, and Melissa forgot her glasses. And I loaned her mine to take the practice test today, but I forgot to give them to you just now.
Oh.
But you did very well.
Thank you.
We have a valedictorian of the class. She finished this class with a 97 point something %, which is pretty high. And balanced a job and whatever else you have to balance. She is our valedictorian, and it's Candace Sotella, and she is sponsored by Wood Village.
Hi, my name is Candace. I'll be your CNA today. I'm going to be delivering a speech, but first, I'm going to wash my hands.
First 4 steps of every skill.
I just want to start off by saying that this is such an incredible honor. Just a few years ago, I couldn't imagine even being part of a graduating class, much less being good enough to stand before you today. I would like to extend some heartfelt thanks. First, for my best friend Heather. We've known each other a very long time, and through every rough night, every hopeless day, and all the greatness and sunshine in between, you've always been there and have always been my greatest cheerleader. I don't know where I would be right now if it weren't for your constant encouragement to believe in myself and my abilities. I would also like to thank my husband Ron, as he has been working hard behind the scenes, holding down the fort and taking over the not so glamorous duties of having a family. A sincere thank you also goes out to my First Presbyterian Church family for their continued love, support, and prayers. And also my co-workers at Wood Village, Haley, Sarah, Krista, Debbie, and Robin, for showing you what it means to be a great CNA. A huge thank you to our wonderful instructor, Renee Townsend. Not only did she present a tremendous amount of information, both on and off the books, but she presented it in a creative and entertaining way. She kept us all engaged and was open to constructive class discussion. We each had opportunities to share our experiences and unique perspectives, and she was compassionate and understanding when it came to the occasional disruptions outside of our control. You are truly a gifted educator, and it's easy to see the passion and dedication you have for the position that you hold. Thank you for your time and effort to ensure that your fellow humans continue to be treated with dignity and respect, and thank you for your ceaseless encouragement to be empathetic, charitable, and humane. Lastly, I want to thank my fellow classmates. It takes all kinds to run the world, and even though our class was small, it was pretty diverse. We all now have some experience in this field, whether it be weeks or decades, and each of us has seen that even though there are those that don't hold a high regard for this position, or the care, responsibility, and integrity it calls for, we do know at least a couple of people that do their best to honor and respect the job and the residents left in our care. Let us follow their example. Let us be the one to carry the torch and ignite the compassion necessary for future students to be successful. With our continued efforts and perseverance, we can be the change that we want to see. We can rest assured that we not only provided excellent care to those in our direct contact, but we helped provide excellent care to those that will need it in the future by being great examples and role models to those that will sit where we sit now. As we have been repeatedly told, you cannot fix everyone, but the law of averages indicates that if you remain committed, you will rub off on enough people to start a wave of change. I know each one of us has it inside ourselves to be the difference, and with that knowledge, I know we will continue to promote success. Congratulations, Jessica, Melissa, Nick, and Dixie. It has been an honor and a privilege learning with you and getting to know you, and I hope to bump into you into future classes. Don't forget to close the curtain and raise the bed. Let's do the damn thing.
I was like, yes, 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 yes. So the first thing she said, hi, my name is, every single skill, if anybody's been practicing at home. My name is Nick, I'm going to be your CNA today, but first I'm going to wash my hands. That is the first steps of every single skill. And explaining what you're going to be doing. So giving my speech, that was awesome. I'm one of the ones that has said numerous times we can't fix everybody. Unfortunately, that sometimes in healthcare, everybody's experienced, I've experienced it myself. I was a CNA before I was a nurse. And even as a nurse, you start out someplace and people don't want to show you the ropes for some reason. I mean, I'm sure it happens other places, I'm just not as knowledgeable. Where, I don't know why it is. Why wouldn't you say, come on Melissa, let me show you how we do this. And, it's easier if you get up close to the person and raise up that, and you count to 3, and you do it. If they just let you struggle and then they go out to the desk and say, Melissa can't lift. But they didn't even give her a chance. And every student that's come in here with me, I've said, don't be like that. Help the other people. And I so appreciate you putting that in your speech. Help the other people, because you know what, I'm going to be there one day and I need somebody to take care of me. I've been working on my care plan for a long time. I'm training people so that my toothbrush won't have my name on it. It won't just be anybody's toothbrush. It's my goal. Jessica Short is our salutatorian, second in the class. She is my right here. And you can tell by the look on her face that she's thrilled to get up here and share some words. They need to hear you in the back row, dear.
What?
They need to hear you back there.
Is it gonna be loud?
Yes. You can do it. I know you can be loud.
We started this journey 6 weeks ago. We quickly became a team, helping each other along the way. Which we did. We became friends and we encouraged each other and helped each other and would whisper when we weren't supposed to be. When somebody was missing a step, we really did help each other out. Today marks a stepping stone for our future goals. In the famous words of Earl Nightingale, never give up on a dream just because of the time it will take to accomplish it. The time will pass anyways. I want to thank my family and the class for their support these past 6 weeks. And I want to wish everyone good luck on all your future endeavors. Like the last class said, go shine bright like the call light.
Pretty good too. You did a pretty good job too for So it's just always funny because people walk in here and I always say, time goes by. You know how fast 6 weeks is going to go by, and they just look at me like that. But then 6 weeks has gone by. And you know what? If you hadn't come here, 6 weeks would have still gone by. And the next year's going to go by, and the next 10 years are going to go by, and you guys that are a little bit older, like me, or maybe even just a tad older than them, know what I'm talking about. And you guys, do you remember when you were like 5 or 6, and it was like, oh my gosh, is the summer ever going to be done? We get to go back to school. And then now, how fast does the summer go by? How fast does the school year go by? Like, how old are you now? Like, how did this happen? And that's what 6 weeks, it's a blink in your life. But you learned a lot of stuff, and even whether you go on to healthcare, anything else or not, you have a lot of knowledge, you have a lot of compassion and empathy for other people. But I hope you stay in healthcare because I'm going to need some good nurses and nurses aides. We are going to present the certificates and the pins right now, and I don't know if they want me pinning them or not. Usually how this happens is whichever facility is hosting, the administrator gives you the certificate and the DON pins you, and their eyes are usually younger than mine. So I might have Mr. OCD help me pin, just because I know that he wants to be pinned precisely in the exact place that he told me. And so I know that he can see well too, and he has young eyes. And then I could have Candace help me give out the certificates because so if you guys want to come up and help, and then you guys can pin a certificate each other. I'm going to call your name, and if somebody's here and wants to take your picture, please let them, but just run back to the seat. And the first person alphabetically is Melissa Chavez. She's sponsored by Bradley Healthcare. So come get your certificate. Congratulations. And then I give you on your side there. Ouch. I know. You have such good eyes. Congratulations on such congratulations. Oh, next is Nicholas Cordell, and he's sponsored by Life Care. Congratulations. And if you go up here, now you have to put exactly.
You have to show me, because I
It's all done.
He has a little place on his pocket. But I like it. He kept everybody in line. There has to be, like somebody brought up in their speech, there has to be a balance of people in the world. That's why you want people that when you go to work, you want people to say, hey, this is how I do it. Make that a little bit better. And go easy. You might have to close it for your TV time. Turn around so they can get a picture of your certificate and your pin.
A little bit lower.
Lower.
Yeah.
He's tall. You have to really raise the head, because otherwise you could have back problems by the end of the 6 weeks. Okay, next, Candace Latella. So congratulations. Let everybody get your certificate. And then you'll let me continue. Connie.
Good job, Connie. We appreciate you.
Nick, are you the one that named her?
Yes.
hospital band.
Oh,
It says
okay.
Connie Lingus.
Mm.
Next, Dixie Martin. Highlight here. Congratulations. Aw. She has to have the exact spot. Oh, yes. That's our babies of the class.
Oh.
I just said this morning, I want to see him in 50 years and see if every hair and eyebrows in place then. Because you know when you're young, you just, that's like you're all about that. One little thing and it just bothers you. Oh, yes. Congratulations. And Jessica Short, sponsored by Life Care. That is a threat.
I believe you.
There she is. She was shy.
He didn't call me.
Well, I think he was trying to, like if he accidentally did, something would happen. Thank you guys. Yeah, because I didn't teach you reading, writing, and arithmetic. But I did teach a little of arithmetic. Because they had to learn how many cc's were in an ounce and how to figure it out. Is there anybody in healthcare in the audience here? No one?
I used to be.
I recognize. You look familiar.
I have that face, but no, I worked at Memorial Hospital years ago.
Okay. The Women's Auxiliary used to come to all of our graduations and pass out these little New Testaments to every nursing student, every CNA, so please figure. She brought them special, she just hasn't been attending the graduations. Because we haven't had one. But she did bring the little New Testaments there. And now Dixie is going to share a film with us. And she is sponsored by Life Care. Which one of you is younger? You're Nick. So this is the baby.
Of all the gifts God made to take care of all the sick, your special rose which has the reason you were made. And every angel knows the radiance of this gift that God Almighty gave association to share. As in your heart of gold, you comfort living hearts at every patient side. God's love you do impart.
No, I said Gucci.
They occasionally have somebody that actually writes one, but I don't make them write them out. But I do want her to work on like a little bit louder for state boards. Because if and she's done better, but if the test observer, so what happens at state boards, you have a test observer, and it's a nurse, it has to be a registered nurse. And they're gonna be watching every move you make, or they're supposed to be, but sometimes they, and so you want to say the stuff that you have to say and verbalize, and make sure that you get credit for it. And I've had some people that I was really worried when they went out, I said, please speak up, because they have to be able to hear you. If they can't hear you, they might not give you credit. But as far as her skill, her skills and stuff, I'm not worried about her doing them. I just want to make sure you get credit for doing them. Okay, Nick's gonna lead us with the pledge. And if you guys will stand. Well, you guys don't have to, but you can. I should have communicated better.
Had the whole room going.
I pledge myself before God and this assembly
I pledge myself before God and this assembly
to give of myself professionally and faithfully.
to give of myself professionally and faithfully.
I pledge my heart,
I pledge my heart,
for it is the source to all human needs.
for it is the source to all human needs.
I will give my love,
I will give my love,
for it will not be labor in vain.
for it will not be labor in vain.
I will sow the seeds of kindness,
I will sow the seeds of kindness,
so that in others it may grow.
so that in others it may grow.
I will be patient and understanding,
I will be patient and understanding,
for this is the way to wisdom.
for this is the way to wisdom.
I will practice good ethics
I will practice good ethics
to maintain trust of those committed to my care
to maintain trust of those committed to my care
and to be a constant protector of their rights.
and to be a constant protector of their rights.
My life and loyalty will be devoted
My life and loyalty will be devoted
to my patients and to the nursing profession.
to my patients and to the nursing profession.
Nobody got fumbled up. That happens sometimes with the pledge. Okay, so one more time, you can't fix everybody. Go and do the best you can. Be the best when you're there. Do what's right. Go home and sleep well. You can't fix the other people. But like Candace brought up in her speech, you can be the example. People, believe it or not, do rub off on others. I mean, you guys have rubbed off a little bit on each other. You probably rubbed off on your families. They might be washing their hands better. Who knows? I mean, it happens. Even your kids. I mean, if you're having to practice something and you're counting to 20, and and they're asking you, you're like, it's the CDC guidelines. I have to do this to pass my state boards, and then your kids start doing it. So I mean, it's amazing how we rub off on each other in the world. So, graduating December 2022, graduating CNA class. Congratulations. Go forth and do well. And do great on your state board and let me know. 'Cause you know I'm ready. And Connie.
And Miss Connie.